My name is Jacob Zarang, and I'll be giving you your weekly weather briefing for today, Thursday, September 21st. So let's get right on into it. Let's see. Just a little bit of a situation overview. Tropics do remain somewhat active, but there's no threat, at least in the next week, to the local area with any of the systems out there. And in terms of the next week, we're not really expecting much in terms of rainfall. Might have a little bit of coverage at the beginning of next week, but we'll get into that later. And extreme to exceptional drought is unfortunately expected to persist for the whole area. And we'll go into the new Drought Monitor later and what they're expecting it to do. So here's a tropical weather outlook. Potential tropical cyclone 16 just recently formed off of the east coast of Florida. That's expected to move northward along the east coast and have no impact to here. The other wave of interest is the wave just off the coast of Africa that has a high chance of development, over 80%. But again, that is not expected to impact us here locally, especially within the next 7 days or any of that. So we move on to the rainfall. Little to no rainfall is expected over much of the area for the next week. This graph shows the forecasted rainfall through next Thursday. You can see much of the area is expected to get maybe 1/10 of an inch. Portions of the northwestern part of the area might have a better shot of seeing more rain, about 1/2 inch over the next week. But that's really not going to do much in terms of improving our drought, as we'll see here in a little bit. This is the current drought monitor. This was issued at I think 8 a.m. this morning, and this shows the extreme to exceptional drought that covers all of the southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. If you recall last week, portions of the area were downgraded to severe drought, but now they've been upgraded to extreme drought and exceptional drought. This is due to the prolonged rainfall deficit that we've been seeing throughout most of the summer. And if we go into the drought tendency, unfortunately, this is likely going to persist for the next at least week. Portions of the South Shore and coastal Mississippi might improve slightly, but overall, this drought is expected to persist for at least the next week or so. So just to give you a summary of everything, the tropics do remain somewhat active, but there is no local threat expected over the next week. Little rainfall is expected through next Thursday, and that doesn't really help our drought conditions as we are in extreme to exceptional drought throughout all of southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. That's all I have. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.